Billionaires are busy at the moment.
Gina is trying to make America great again. And Andrew is trying to make Ukraine okay again. Australia's richest person was an unintentional photobomber at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago campaign launch. She's been a fan since 2016, reckons Australia should adopt his low tax, low regulation economic policies. While Gina was getting her MAGA on in Florida, Australia's second richest person was shaking hands with Volodymyr Zelenskyy. Twiggy's investing $744 million in Ukraine, the money's seed funding for the Ukraine Green Growth Initiative. Zelenskyy says he will use the money to get rid of communist-era rubbish Russian infrastructure and replace it with the latest technology.
Well, Russians are trying their best to get rid of Ukrainian infrastructure.
The good news with green hydrogen, it's very hard to hit with a missile because it doesn't exist. In Forrest's typically effusive style, he's predicted Ukraine will soon have the world's fastest growing economy and be a land where everyone has a job.
That land is here.
Australia's unemployment rate back at 3.4%. It was here in July but ticked up a little in August and September. We thought it would keep going up because interest rates meant businesses would pull back on staff to save money.
Great, I'm back and you're fired.
Turns out they didn't. And it turns out people are more hopelessly addicted to buying shiny new things than we thought.
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
We've lost a lot of discretionary income because our mortgages are up, but we haven't balanced the household budget by shopping less. We've decided to work more. 32,000 people went and got jobs last month. That drove down the unemployment rate to a record low last seen in 1974.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Underemployment, that's the number of people who are working but want more work, dropped to 5.9%. Last time we saw a figure like that, August 2008.
Because it's all part of the plan.
And the underutilisation rate, that's the combination of unemployment and underemployment, is now at 9.3%, lower since March 1982.
E.T. Home phone.
And it seems we're manning up to COVID. October was the first month this year when the number of people off sick at any one point was less than 500,000. We're healthier than we've been in quite a while.
Yeah, but not everyone's blessed.
No, and a lot of those people will be nervously watching what happens to the state's euthanasia laws. Voluntary Assisted Dying legislation went live, for want of a better descriptor, on July 1 of last year. The legislation required a review within 2 years, and interest groups are now jockeying to improve the laws. What constitutes improvement is in the eye of the beholder, though. Some people say the laws will be better if we make it harder for people to access VAD services.
Are you familiar with the Old Testament? Thou shalt not kill.
Others reckon the legislation should be changed to make it easier.
You keep wheeling them in, I'll keep wheeling them out.
Awesome appropriateness, Doug.
What's the process at the moment?
Here's the up-late guide to Western Australia's VAD laws, complete with references in completely bad taste. Step 1 is determining whether you're eligible. A doctor called a coordinating practitioner, very comforting name for someone guiding you to the ever after, will confirm your diagnosis, what is going to kill you, and then your prognosis, when it's going to kill you. He or she must believe a few key things about your health. On the balance of probabilities, your condition will end you within 6 months, your suffering can't be alleviated, and that you're of sound mind. Importantly, they'll need to be convinced that you aren't being coerced by someone who wants an early inheritance.
Long live the king.
Your coordinating practitioner hands over to a consulting practitioner who does all that again. Because at this late stage in your life, it's important to waste time.
Tip 1. Live each day like it was your last. I don't want to die. I'm so young. Tip 2.
If you pass the first 2 tests, you need to write your wishes down in front of 2 witnesses who are over 18, don't stand to inherit anything from you, and are not family members.
So maybe a friend.
A friend you don't like enough to leave anything in your will to.
Did Harlan tell you he was going to cut you out of the will?
Yep.
You need to make another verbal request, but you can't do that within 9 days of the first written request.
Why 9 days?
I have no idea. Then you have a final review and hopefully they say you no longer have to live your remaining few months in complete agony.
Yeah, well, that's nice of them.
The work's still not over though. You need to fill a prescription and send it to a place called the Voluntary Assisted Dying statewide pharmacy service.
A cheery place.
And when you have filled in everything in triplicate, which everyone with motor neuron disease loves to do, you have to tell them how you're going to take the drugs that will end your life. Drink it or inject it. They courier the vial out to you in a red tamper-proof box that has a combination lock on it.
Though then it's a piece of cake. Just 2 more guards with Uzis and the most elaborate vault door ever conceived by man.
Which means you're going to spend your final moments on this earth trying to remember a f***ing passcode. If that doesn't make you want to end it all, I don't know what will.
Yeah, but what a way to go.
I'm Ben Harvey.
If anyone knows how to murder someone and get away with it would have been him.
He was an animal.
You believe Gary White is an innocent man?
100%.